the important things that I want to talk about today are two. The first one is to understand what your customers want, and the second one is to rethink what really you can offer. To understand what your customers really need, that is such a big title. And I'm sorry I'm not invited here to present all the stats and data. It's we have all the experts here, and they jam-packed with all the information and everything. I'm just here to share with you what we have come across in the past years, the real cases that happened in real life. The first one that I want to share is not very long ago, maybe less than 18 months ago. We have a request from a very high-end delegation. The delegation is from a Chinese company. They have business covering most parts of Asia, and they have office set up in Sydney as well. And they were here to do business talks in Sydney and Melbourne. And the Sydney office has organized everything for them, because the hosting parties, the hosting companies are covering all of their traveling needs. And all in a sudden, they brought up the request that they want to extend their trip and visit Queensland for some extra days. Then we got the business through our trade partner in Beijing, and it's very, very small delegation. On the name list, there's only 12 or 14 people. I couldn't remember on top of my head. 4 of them on the list appear to be at the boss level, and the rest are just there to service them. They requested a convoy of limos, followed by just a normal commuter van. Commuter van is the easiest part. The limo convoy, specifically, they want all vehicles to be in black, and it has to be Mercedes, and has to be S-Class. The first one leading up, they wanted it to be Merc S-Class 600. Second one is Merc S-Class 500. And the third one is still Merc S-Class 350. And that came in really very last minute, because that extra travel leg out of their visit to Australia was brought up within less than 10 days. And well, I don't know how well you guys know about the limo business in Australia. Most limousine companies have the Merc S350, and some of them do have the Merc S500, but S600 is very rare in the limousine business, because you need to wait, pre-order it and wait for it for, say, 6 to 12 months for one 600 to come to Australia. And getting that request, we started ringing up almost everyone possible. And we have suggested, why don't we give you a Rolls Royce or a Bentley to substitute your S-Class 600? And they said, no, we don't want to be that high profile. Now you're laughing. why is it so funny? I was so done with Merck afterwards. They said that Merck can present the prestige social profile, but not to be seen as way too high profile, and they want to have that hierarchy in the convoy, and that's why they've put down the 600, 500, and 350. And we didn't do it. We couldn't do it. There's no way that we could source that whole convoy in that little amount of time. I still doubted if in Australia until today we can offer high-end business travelers the S600 in black for limousine transfers. What we did was we came back and forth. We had lengthy discussions with the clients to find out why exactly are you so precise and what exactly you need. And at last, we approached Mercedes Australia, not their dealers, but Merck themselves, Australia. We got them to write to us in their letterhead, telling that they haven't sold any S-Class 600 in the last 2 years in anyone running transport business. That's one document ready, and the tendering with that is our suggestion how we substitute the convoy. We've sourced a black S500 as the leading car, and the second one is the S350 in black, and the third one was the silver S-Class 350, and that was the best we could do. Soon as we sent that off, we got the nod to go ahead. Many of you may think this is quite the extreme example, but that's what it is. That's what we've been dealing with on our daily basis. I guess it's often difficult to associate knowing your customers' needs in your daily life, while these requests are coming in every day, and this is what I can share with you. And the second one, still under this topic, understand what your customers need. Many people running properties will know that intra-Asia travels, most of the properties are offering free Wi-Fi to in-house guests, and it's already happening quite on a broad scale in Australia. Many properties are offering free Wi-Fi now to in-house guests, and you will find if you have a good combination of international travelers and your domestic, of course, your domestic travelers and your international travelers from the Western world, after dinner time, they will be at dinner time, they will be out and about having a drink or having somebody chatting with a drink. But what about these Chinese travelers? They may be well stuck in your foyer area, trying to upload, download their photos, showing to their friends through social media. That is exactly what the social life is for for Chinese travelers. So we're having very different lifestyle, and people, whenever they're traveling, they even look it up if we have free Wi-Fi offered. Well, for smaller properties, you may not have a huge foyer area, and just imagine that you have, say, 7 or 8 or 10 travelers crowded in your small foyer area all night long before lights out. Well, I would suggest that you may need to look at some place where the Wi-Fi signal is good and these people can enjoy what they're doing in a Wi-Fi environment, most importantly indoors, without the visitation of bugs. That's the other thing that I want to share. What you can offer. Well, I guess most of us are listing our fact sheets on paper or website that this is what we do and what we can offer. I'll just share one experience. Over our peak months, we ask our supplier partners to exhaust their inventory to get as many as business from us, because we have very when it's low season, you have much less business, but when it's high season, and that actually clashes with most of the high season with other markets or domestic peak time, that's when we want to push more business in with all the suppliers we're working with. And for example, you're working on rooms. You may get a request from an agent whatsoever for, say, a spreadsheet of groups or spreadsheet of small groups, requesting for 20 twins and beyond. And the property has only 10 twins. Do you say straight away no to the business? Well, in our experience, in our past experience, most people do come back to us saying, no, we can't book you in, or no, we are fully booked. And we will come back to the property and ask them, how many twins exactly do you have? If you have only the 10, we look at the same dates. All these bookings are overlapping, checking in, and we can go back to get the agents we're working with in China to have another look at their name list to see who can be put in, say, a queen sofa or a king plus rollaway, all sorts of not your standard twin type of accommodation. And it always works as long as you have enough amount of rooms but not sufficient amount of twins. I know whenever an agent sends you a booking, it's always of twin. That happens all the time, not necessarily just over peak season, but individual cases may have individual subtle needs that you can work from your angle to see if seriously can I take more. Well, the message I'm getting is that China is on the move, that in the year of 2013, there were nearly 100 million Chinese nationals traveling out of China. Well, that of course includes the intra-Asia trips. And when it comes to land arrangements, I guess no such country is big enough to be able to handle China, or it's just way too big for any country to take in. Well, for us, from the trade perspective, I guess it's time for you to think how you can take more just to utilize that opportunity. Well, I guess that's all that I have to share with you guys. Thank you for bearing with me, and have a nice afternoon. Thank you.
Queensland shines on me, where it shines. Queensland shines on me, where Australia shines.